Cooperation between the county, state, and federal levels are very important. A successful example of this is the mass transit system and air ambulance program in Maui County. What will you do if elected to keep these relationships strong?
Thank you, Z. You know, I don't have the luxury of standing here to tell you that I'm an incumbent, that I have been there and done that and have nurtured and built relationships with our fellow, federal agencies, federal representatives, and state. I have worked with them on other levels, with testifying with the Save Honolulu Coalition and things of that nature. But what I do bring to this table is the expertise, the knowledge, the political experience of Joanne Johnson. She has endorsed me. She has been by my side. She has been guiding me. And I believe she has some wonderful relationships and connections. And with that, because she's there to guide me, I will have her to be there by my side and to open some really incredible doors which are going to benefit all of us, the broader, the broader community. And I'm just one of those people who are open and willingness to learn from others. Really makes it for good relationships. Wow.
Alan, 1 minute.
Continuing our relationship with state and federal government is very important. So what you need to do is work closely with your state and federal representatives. And that's something that I would be happy to do, because I may not know them personally, except for Angus. But however, I may not know the federal level people personally. Well, I take that back. Dan Akaka, he was an uncle to me when I was with the Apana group. But that kind of relationship is where it works. If you cannot get to them directly, you have somebody in the channel that can reach them for you. And that's what I would bring, because I have a lot of friends that can help me in that area. Thank you.
Ellie, 1 more minute.
Hello. I take that back. I do have relationships with some of our federal representatives. There's a wonderful group called FACE Maui, Faith Action for Community Equity. Last April, beautiful cherry blossom time of year, they sent me up there to do advocacy work actually for Maui Nui. I went up there to talk about health care. I went up there to do advocacy work for housing and jobs economy. And I got to meet Maisie Hirono. I got to meet Abercrombie. I got to meet Akaka and Inouye. And so it was a wonderful experience. And they all, that was I think one of my turning points in my life to say, this is pretty incredible stuff. What people do up in Capitol Hill, and it affects how we live here today on this little rock in the middle of the Pacific. And so I got to say that relationships is everything, not just with elected officials and big money, power, and people, but with each and individual one of you, the voters. It's extremely important to me that I meet you, you meet me, we talk. We learn from each other, and that's why I'm here. This is why I want to represent you. Mahalo.
So true. In Washington, D.C., we have the most powerful senator available to us. And he is such an open man that it doesn't matter who you are. If you dialogue with his office, he'll come out and help you. That is Senator Inouye. And Senator Inouye has played a big role in not only in the state of Hawaii, but for Maui. He has brought home a lot of money for us. And we need to continue that relationship with Senator Inouye. And God bless, let him live for a while more.
All right, 1 minute for closing remarks. We'll start off with you, Ellie.
Thank you, Z. And thank you to West Maui Taxpayers Association. You folks have been around for many decades. And you folks have been, reaching out, doing some wonderful things for our community. So I want to thank you all for that. And I know that you mentioned that you have had an ongoing relationship with current Councilmember Joanne Johnson. And, votes prove I take her place. I want to continue that relationship with you folks. And because that's important. But this goes clear across the entire county in relationships that Joanne has built. And hopefully I can grow and build upon that. with, you know, and to being able to acquire her staff, I feel I can really hit the ground running once elected, and that is what I'm going to do. I have been campaigning for 16 months straight, and it's all because, why? Because I'm passionate, because I care, because I want to make sure that I'm going to be your best representative. And I will continue to work as hard as ever for every one of you. So I just want to say mahalo for being here, mahalo for listening, and please vote November 2nd on Tuesday. Aloha.
Thank you, Alan.
Not only do I thank the West Maui Taxpayers Association for this, but I thank my fans out here because it makes me, I feel good to see all you sitting in the audience over there. I may not have an endorsement by an incumbent or by a former council person, but I have the endorsement of our kupunas out there. And that is so important because that's the people you learn from. That you learn, they'll tell you what they need to tell you. They're not ashamed to pull you by your ears if you don't listen to them. You know, so I'm blessed to have the endorsement of the Lahaina Honolua seniors. And I thank them for that. And I will continue as your councilman to support their project because they're our important voice in our community here in West Maui. They're a strong voice in our community. And on November 2nd, I ask for your support. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the candidates for the West Maui County Council seat. Thank you.